Hi and welcome to Ali Lives Well on Less. I'm Ali, an early retired teacher, currently living well on a small pension. And today is Foodie Friday and I will be sharing with you some of my shopping this week, including a shopping haul from Lidl where I got a Lidl box for £1.50, one of their veg boxes. I'm also going to show you another way that you can use the curry paste that I made. I have marinated some chicken thighs in it and then I have baked them in the oven. So you will see some footage of that as well in this video. Now, one of the items that I got in my little box, my little veg box, was a very large citrus fruit. Now, I think it's a pomelo. I'm not entirely sure how you say it, but it's a large citrus fruit that I've never had before. I've seen them. I know what they are, but I'd never actually either bought one or tasted one. So I didn't do anything particularly fancy with it. I actually cut it in half and shared it with my daughter-in-law Layla and my son. And I've just been eating the other bit, and to be honest, it tastes like it tastes more like a grapefruit, but a lot sweeter than that. So it's actually very nice. Excuse me. And the other items in that veg box, I haven't done anything remotely exciting with them except eat the fruit, and I chopped up the leeks and they are currently in the freezer. So it was a usable veg box, but I haven't done anything particularly fancy with it, and sometimes you don't need to. So I didn't actually take any footage of my little Waitrose top-up shop, but I spent £9.96 in Waitrose, and I got some sausages, which you will see in the video. I got some juice, £2. That's the diluting juice that I use to make my iced tea. I got a large jar of piccalilli, also £2. I did get a bargain, and I got this because my friend was coming round to visit for coffee. So I got some chocolate fingers, some dark chocolate fingers, and they are currently residing in the fridge. I'm not a huge fan of dark chocolate, so I'm not tempted to eat all of these the way I would if they were white chocolate or milk chocolate. So a couple of these with a cup of tea was very nice indeed. And I also got my Waitrose magazine free. I haven't read it yet. I just haven't had time to sit down and look at it. The sausages were £3.37, so in total that all came to £9.96. And I have just worked out that so far at Lidl I have spent this month £49.39. I spent £9.96 in Waitrose, which takes my monthly shopping bill so far in February to £59.35. Now, if you remember, my friend Michelle challenged me to see if I could live on half of my normal shopping budget. So, fingers crossed, I can make it to the end of the month and still make it under that £60 for the whole month. I am using my store cupboards. I am using things in my freezer, but I've also put some more things in my freezer. So it is doable, but it's only possible because I have things in my store cupboard and freezer. So as a one-off challenge or an occasional challenge, it's absolutely fine. But for me, that is quite a tight budget. That's quite a tight budget. So far, doing okay. So you're about to see my Lidl shopping haul, and then I'll show you me cooking my chicken thighs and the sausages and how I've used the curry paste, and then we'll come back at the end of the video and I'll see you then. So here is my top-up shop from Lidl. and I was lucky enough to get a veg box, so that's always a bonus when I get one. So my list shopping was bottle of Diet Coke, that is my treat, £1.99. I needed some more oil, £2.89, and I think that is just 500 mils. Table salt, 43p, biggest expense. Chicken thigh fillets, £5.75. I really wanted the skin on, bone on ones, but they didn't have any, so that's a kilo. So that will be a lot of meals for me. I got a double pack of bacon, £2.89, because I really want to have a bacon butty for my breakfast brunch this morning. 12 eggs, £2.39. Now they're saying free range on them, but we are in the midst of the avian flu precautions, so I'm afraid all chickens will be indoors for the foreseeable future. As a former chicken owner, I still get the advice from AFA on my phone, so the birds are not free range, but I'm sure there is some sort of legal loophole where they can still use the branding, but just be aware at the moment that chickens are not actually free ranging. 2 bakery rolls, 64p, and some plum tomatoes to snack on, or just to have with meals, 99p. So in my veg box today, interestingly, there were some more tomatoes, so I've got quite a lot of tomatoes for this week, but that's okay. And I've got some daffodils, so they're just about to come out, so that'll be lovely, that'll be nice and spring-like. So in my £1.50 veg box, I've got 6 tomatoes. I have a honey pomelo, which I will need to look up for some more information on that. But I think it's a big citrus sort of fruit. So hopefully, because it says honey, it's sweet. 2 conference pears, an apple, a couple of onions, a sad looking garlic bulb, which is fine, garlic's garlic. I've got a nice looking lemon, 2 satsumas, easy peelers, and if you're looking pepper, but I can cut off the yucky bits, and a pack of leeks, mostly the white bit. There's a little tiny bit of green there, but that's okay. So total top-up shopping cost was £19.47, and I will show you how I use up my veg box in the following clips. So here's another way to use the curry paste. All I did was defrost one of the little pucks of curry paste, and I've mixed it with a few spoons of Greek yogurt, give it a good stir, and I've been marinating these chicken thighs overnight, and I'm now going to bake them in the oven. So I've got 8 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I've got 7 on the tray there. I've tried a few different ways. I can't get all 8 on, so this one's going in a little dish by itself. I've got the oven at 200 degrees centigrade. It's a fan oven, so that's pretty hot. So I'm going to do 20 minutes with the sort of skin side up, and then after 20 minutes I'll turn it over and give them another 20 minutes or so, and then I'll see how long it takes. So I'm hoping about 35 to 40 minutes in a nice hot oven. And while the oven is on, I've got some chipolatas that I got from Waitrose, and they're just going to go in the oven at the same time since the oven's already on. So come back in 20 minutes to see the halfway point. Okay. Okay, so 20 minutes in the oven. I'm going to turn them over, but as you can see, quite a lot of liquid has come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the chicken off the tray. I'm going to pour off all the juices, which I will use to make a gravy or a sauce later. And then I'll pop these back in to the oven for another, I don't know, at least 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, we shall see. I'm removing this liquid because they're just going to steam or boil, and that's not really what I want to happen. So I'm just going to pour off all this water meat juice, and then I'll put them back in. Okay, I've now got all 8 on one tray because obviously they shrunk a bit while cooking, and I'll put them back in the oven now for about 15 minutes. So these are the chipolatas that I got yesterday at Waitrose. They're doing an offer just now with 25% off quite a lot of their sort of sausage products, etc. So here we go, 35 minutes in the oven. I turned them back over for the last few minutes just so that the tops could get a little bit of charring and catching around the edge, and you can probably hear them sizzling. They smell amazing, and I have tested a little bit of the meat that came off, and it is delicious. It is absolutely delicious. So these will be cooled and frozen in portion sizes, and I'll keep aside a portion for my meal tonight, which I'm just going to have with a ton of veggies and probably a little bit of mango chutney as well. Chipolatas came out after about 20-25 minutes, and all I've done is bring up the meat juices to the boiled them for a couple of minutes to make sure they were thoroughly cooked, and then all I've done is drained it through my wee sieve, and I've got some slightly spicy gravy to serve with my my chicken thighs. So even though they've been marinated in curry paste and the yogurt, they're not actually that spicy. They just have a slight spicy flavour on the outside, but they could equally be served just with plain rice, vegetables, potatoes. They're not necessarily curried chicken thighs. So yeah, really tasty and yummy. So there's yet another way to use up the curry paste that I made. So the chicken and the sausages are now safely frozen in the freezer, and I will just pull them out a portion at a time. And there's quite a lot of meat there, so quite a few portions there, so that will definitely see me into March, as well as for the rest of February as well. I don't think I need anything at the supermarket from now until the end of the month, so hopefully I should be able to stick to that £60 budget for February. So the chicken thighs, I would say, definitely are mildly spiced. They're not too strong. You could, of course, add more to the yogurt and curry paste mixture if you wanted to add some heat, or some tomato paste for colour. But it was quite a quick and easy process to do. They were in the fridge overnight, and then I just baked them the next day. So nice and easy. It would work with any sort of chicken, I would imagine. So I hope today's video was of interest, was of use. Hope you always pick up something interesting, or even if you just like having a nosy into my life. I love shopping haul videos. I love to see what other people are buying at the supermarket. And it's also interesting to see how much people are paying for things in other parts of the country and in other parts of the world even. At the moment, it's obviously interesting to see the cost of eggs at the moment, so that's something that I think could be an issue going forward if the avian flu really takes hold again. So fingers crossed they can keep that in check for the next wee while. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you again on Monday. You may already have seen my other extra video on my garden. So if you haven't seen that one, go have a look where I'm talking about starting off my wee permaculture garden from scratch and on a budget. And I will see you again on Monday, where I'm going to answer another question that I frequently get asked about. So we'll have a wee chat about that on Monday. So have a great day, great weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday. Bye.